Come join me as I create this double gate fold shadow box cut. So I'm going to use the Simply Beautiful first. There's a large flower is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the leaves and the smaller flowers. And I'm going to use the words of beauty to decorate this card. I'm using the die cuts with that one. I'm going to stamp the flowers onto both vellum and white cardstock in black memento ink, and I'm going to color them all in with the crumb cake stamp. So let's focus first on creating the fun fold card. I'm using a piece of A4 crumb cake cardstock. That is what's available in my market. If you want the measurements for a US letter size, I have put that in my document, which is linked down below in the description. I'm cutting the A4 to 14.9 centimeters wide. The strip that is left over will be used for our bridges. It's reasonably important at this stage to kind of get it about right, which is why I'm taking my time to measure this and get it straight. So don't throw this away. We want to keep it. We'll cut it in half later to make the bridges. Now I'm going to rotate this and put the cutter up the top so I do not cut instead of scoring. Believe me, I've done this before. I now am going to score this at 4.9 centimeters, 9.8 centimeters, 19.7 centimeters, and 24.6 centimeters. I will repeat that as I go along at each stage. So this first one is the 4.9 centimeter score line. Now you could rotate this and do exactly on the other side, or you can just continue along the line. It is up to you how you like to score your cardstock. So I'm now positioning this at 9.8 centimeters to do my second score line. Again, keeping that cutter at the top so I don't cut it instead of scoring. I have done it. I'm sure you have too. My next one is 19.7 centimeters. So I'm just going to move that piece of cardstock into position before I score that. And then the very last score on this card is 24.6 centimeters. Once you have scored all that, you just fold it into place and you actually have the double gate fold already done. Now, I really like this fold because there's actually quite a few different ways. The next thing we're going to do is create our bridges. So that offcut we had earlier on from our A4, we're going to cut that down to 19.7 centimeters. And then we will cut this in half at 3 centimeters. Now, this leftover piece is slightly wider than 6 centimeters. You will cut a sliver off one end, but if you don't want to, it's fine. It's fine to have one that is slightly wider than the other. The main thing is that you are happy with how your bridges look. You could even use a fancy die cut bridge if that was the case of how you want this to go. So I've just cut this slither off. So there's not that much left over, but that little piece that I've got in my hand, the bigger piece, I'm going to use that later on to create my stamped word or my die cut. So now I'm going to score these strips. I'm going to stack them on top of each other. I will be scoring through 2 pieces of cardstock. That is perfectly fine. I wanted to make sure that the score lines were in the same spot. Again, putting that cutter up the top so I do not cut. I first score was 4.9 centimeters, which was the same as the first score on the card. And the second score line is 9.8 centimeters. Again, exactly the same as on the card. You're just not going to do that final score because it is the width. So you can sort of see here that it just folds back on as a little Z for your card. And that is your bridge. So now you just have to attach your bridges. So you can just decide from here whether you want the longer piece at the top on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. It's the same as on the bottom. You just do the opposite side. So if you want that, you can turn it around. You can sort of see, and then, or if you want the longer piece. It doesn't really matter from here. It just really depends on how you want the card to present itself. It will be fine how you want to do it. So let's go and attach this all together. So I'm going to use my Tombow glue to glue this strip down. I'm just working out now how I want to sort of sit the bridges, whether I want it on the left side or the right side. So this is how I've decided that my top will go. Is the long bridge will be on the left hand side. The Tombow glue was just easy enough for me to use, sort of give it a little bit of wiggle room, without sort of completely sticking it in place. This is why I'm using wet glue, but I have actually used dry adhesive before and with no real problems. So I'm just gluing this in spot and just using the fold to get it into position and putting a little bit of pressure so that it holds it in place. Now I'm just going to put it at the top. Again, I'm just going to use the cardstock as a bit of a guide where the glue has to go along the top and put that in place. Just not too much because we don't want to squeeze it all out on the side. And again, just hold that in place, making sure once again that it is all a nice tight fit. We're going to do the exact same thing at the bottom of the card. You can sort of see I can fold it in underneath or on top of the card. Again, doesn't matter. So here it is all completed. So I have my bottom and my top, and you can sort of see how the gatefold just folds within itself. And zoom out a bit just so that you can see this a bit more. And that forms that little shadow in box in the middle. So now what you have to do is decorate this. Now, I didn't really like watching myself colouring in. I found it a bit slow, so I'm speeding through this next little bit of process. But I will explain what I have done. So I'm using both my vellum and my cardstock. It's a very hot day here in Australia, so this vellum will dry pretty quickly. But if you're in a humidity climate that's wet, maybe put a heat gun to it. And I'm stamping onto the white cardstock. So I'm using both my dark and my light blends. I'm just randomly coloring in. I'm not paying too much attention. I find that this is a very organic way to color in flowers, and they just look really good in the end with just making sure that you have your shadows. So this is everything colored in, and I will fussy cut all this out, but you could use the die cuts instead. Now I'm going to do exactly the same on the vellum. I actually started on the opposite side that I stamped in, because I wanted that kind of more layered, colored look on the vellum, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous in my opinion once it's all finished. So I finished fussy cutting and I stamped an extra flower. So I used my just to cut out of that extra flower, and I put adhesive sheet before I did my die cutting to make it easy to put it on the shadow face. I stamped my because and created a little banner. Now I apologize that I filmed this assembly part of the flowers a little bit off screen. I just did not take any notice, and it's a bit too late to go and record this. I'm using glue dots to put this in now, because glue dots actually make it really super easy to layer behind the flowers or in front if you want, and then I can just add extra glue as I really kind of need it. It just will hold it all into place while I figure out my arrangement for these flowers. So you can sort of see I have a leftover flower from my previous one, just putting the just because there, working out how it would all go together. I You can see that stamped where I've done it crooked on the back. Always two sides of cardstock to use. And so here it is all together. So on my desk, I have my original, and is the one that I made today. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and subscribe if you did. Thanks for watching.